everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup who's coming in at 6-1, going up against the Browns, who come in at 3-4. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. They come up in an offset eye. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Garoppolo. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking to get recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that he should do so.
Garoppolo now. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Looking to throw. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
If your day involves blocking Danny Shelton, you better pack lunch and dinner. It's an all-day job.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And his kick is indeed good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. Now back to throw. And over the middle here, Amaro. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better out there.
Lamar Miller, the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have retaken the lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Here's Bernard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. Caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Now a carry for Bernard. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. Here's Barkley. Complete here to Gary Barnidge. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Giovanni Bernard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have retaken the lead. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Amaro's got it left side. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Garoppolo now. And it's caught by Parker. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Cleveland first. And quickly, they get to the line.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth. You know, 'cause you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guy's trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
On second down, Johnson. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Let's go! Green, 39!
Now Bernard. And some room to maneuver. And he cuts it right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Giovanni Bernard with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now the Browns have retaken the lead. Point after now from Catanzaro. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Let's go!
They begin with a run by Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Got a man complete. It's the tight end tomorrow. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Miller, the lone setback. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds Jason Morrow. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Let's go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Barkley finding time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Green, 39. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play clock winding down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Now, lucky 56. All right, here we go.
They try the left side with Johnson. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
He'll send Landry in motion right. The play clock's running down. They'll run again with Bernard. And he's got room. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority. Still gaining big yardage. So I just figure in the offensive side, they said there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at him, keep handing him the football.
Give him 18 on that one. And it's good enough for a Cleveland first down.
Check. Here we go now. 3-19.
Landry now in motion right. Time running out here on the play clock. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit. Hurry up. Here we go.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
In the red zone this time.
Now let's go. 3-19.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Here's Barkley surveying the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now let's go. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Good.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the pitch goes to Miller. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Garoppolo. And over the middle, this is Parker. 23 yards on the play. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Amaro's got it, left side. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
And it's caught by Parker. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jace Amaro, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2.
Let's go!
Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick, a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative.
Cases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Coleman, the man in motion left. On 3rd down, Johnson. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Johnson running left. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Coleman, the man in motion left. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He got 29 yards that time.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. No. Patriot. Here we go. 319.
They'll send Landry in motion right. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye.
Here we go now. 319.
Now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now it all comes down to and now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I can't help but marvel at how calm these field goal kickers seem to be in situations like this. You know, I'm shaking up here like a leaf, and I don't have to kick it.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.